What's your life like nowadays? Louis has been gone over 10 years. Your life
Yeah.
must be very different now.
It's quite different. Yeah. Are we on now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It.
What are you involved in?
Well, actually, when Louis passed, naturally, the loss of Louis left me empty. And after 30 years of marriage and 4 years ago, so I'd been with Louis for 34 years, which is a lifetime for a lot of people. And my whole life was into Louis. The things Louis did, I traveled with him and everything else, and then, boom, the bottom fell out, and I didn't know what in the world I was going to do. And I was in my middle 50s, too young to retire, still full of life. So I wasn't trained for any workload. Really, I didn't need to work. It was just a matter of occupying my time. And Rockefeller got me started. He called me and said, well, asked me what I was going to do. Governor Rockefeller. So I told him I didn't know. He says, well, I know you don't want to sit around and take care of your roses all the time, because he knew I grew roses and I loved them, and he used to come by and he'd like my roses. So he says, why don't you work on one of my projects? So I told him, I said, well, what in the world can I do? He says, you can do anything you want to do, which is one of the things Louis always told me. Whatever you want to do, you can do. So he sent me a list of openings on many of his boards and asked me to check them out. So I said, well, no, I don't think I'm ready for drug rehabilitation. I'll have to work myself into that. But I saw this aging, and I'm very good with young people, children, youth, and old people, and so I checked off a few of those. And there was an opening for on the New York State Board of Aging, and he gave me the appointment as a director on the executive board of the New York State Aging, and I was on there for 6 years, because I was reappointed by Wilson, and that really got me started into it, and I loved it. I learned an awful lot. It was very enlightening. And then, of course, I started working in the neighborhood. This is my neighborhood. People were very, very fond of Louis and myself, and we had any number of celebrities living out here. At one time or another, Lena Horne had lived out here, Ella Fitzgerald, and East Elmhurst. But they moved. Louis and I stayed. Louis loved the place. So that the neighborhood, the neighbors were very, very proud. Said, well, everybody's moved but you. You know, and I got in with them. I started with the Block Association and working with the children in the daycare centers. And one thing led to another.